This is Dolany TV, ladies and gentlemen. The regular season for the 2019-2020 NHL calendar year has come to a close in a public live address by Gary Bettman this afternoon while I was at work, but somehow, someway, the boys lucked me out and left me at the shop to, well, listen to it at least, so I got a little bit of the details. And, well, you know what? That's it. That's all. The regular season is over. We go straight to playoffs, 24-team format, play Chicago, 5-12, whatever. We've discussed that to a very good degree already. We don't need to go back there. Honestly, yes, Tyson, you should do a video and rediscuss it now that it's official. No! You know what we're going to discuss right now? And this is why you're subscribed to Dolany TV, and if you're not, you need to do it right now, and let's get going to that 8,000 because playoffs coming sometime after July 1st. Ladies and gentlemen, Leon Draisaitl is your 2019-2020 Art Ross Trophy winner. And my goodness, I got all excited about doing this video. And I've got to go get you the graphic from the Edmonton Oilers because she is a dang beauty. Whoever did this one did it right, did it well. And let me just get it for you because she is gorgeous. I mean, to have those graphic design skills, man, what a guy wouldn't give. So, Art Ross, there we go. Anyway, while we do that, let me populate something here for you in terms of what's going on with Leon Draisaitl's 2019-2020 NHL stats. Take off the subscribe graphic. Again, if you haven't done it already, do it. If you've tuned in 5 times, you got to do it. So, these are Leon Draisaitl's stats. Let me get that going for you. Read there. Kind of look at the evolution of the league's leading scorer, a guy who outscored Connor McDavid in a full regular season. I know, not many guys have done that since Connor's been in the league, but Leon Draisaitl just did it this season. So, that's nice, that's dandy, that's great. Let's go check out this graphic, shall we? That's what I'm really here to show you, is I like graphic design. You guys know I try to play around with my thumbnails. Ooh! Oh! This is the next best photo we will have until Leon Draisaitl is actually holding the Art Ross Trophy to celebrate a 110-point campaign in 71 games played to win the Art Ross. My goodness, that thing is beautiful. So the Edmonton Oilers announcing that as of 59 minutes ago, and now let's break it down. You've looked at the stats, but let Tyson read you the information you need to interpret to understand why. Number 1, the points category. That's why he's the Art Ross leader. He ends up winning with 110 points in 71 games. Now, okay, you know what? That's its point comparison in games played really doesn't matter, but just for a fun reference for you, 1.55 points per game is what Leon Draisaitl averaged this NHL season. So it was more likely he scored 2 points a game than just 1 this season. I know it's a slight edge, but it's something that existed, and that is absolutely unreal. So let's get over to sportsnet.ca, and I'll read you a little stat about what you need to know when it comes to the league's leading point scorers, because you're probably wondering, where's that Connor McDavid guy? Well, Connor McDavid, a solid 13 points behind Draisaitl in number 2. So yes, the Oilers get an Art Ross Trophy winner again, because Connor McDavid's done it a couple times. However, guess what? It's not Connor McDavid, but guess who's second? Connor McDavid. So that's crazy. We sweep the top 2 players in this whole situation, and guess what? Ryan Nugent-Hopkins still had a very dang good year as well. Number 3 on the list is David Pastrnak, who ends up winning the Maurice Rocket Richard Trophy with 48 goals, co-hosting it with Mr. Alex Ovechkin, who wins another Richard Trophy. That's good for him. But you know what? That's a solid 15 points behind Draisaitl for that Art Ross. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. That's what you need to know there. 43 goals, 67 assists, a career high in assists for Mr. Leon Draisaitl this season, and a career high in points, 5 points better in 11 less games. That's absolutely wild. And you want to pace out what a 1.55 over 82 games would have been. You want to talk about what we could have been looking out of Leon Draisaitl this season? My goodness, I can't type, but give me a second and we'll figure it out here this afternoon. That would have been 127 points this season. So the other side too is, well, it means nothing because Leon Draisaitl's a -7. I know a lot of people tried to discredit Leon Draisaitl, Connor McDavid for all the fancy goals they score and all the fancy stuff, all the big numbers they were putting up because they're a -7. Guess what? Hey, you know what? All that's indicative of. Go over to middle of the chart and look at how much ice time Leon Draisaitl played this season. Just give yourself a casual glance to the middle, right under my neck, right about here. Yeah, you see where I'm pointing to? 22 minutes and 37 seconds time on ice this season. So, my friends, what we have to talk about a little bit as well is that this should be a heart-winning campaign for Leon Draisaitl of an MVP. Not only the Art Ross, but the MVP, but we'll find out. You just never know if it's going to pan out or not that way, because, I mean, the Oilers have some kind of weird luck with that. I believe Connor McDavid a couple of years ago, I want to say. I don't know. My brain's a little foggy today. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'll leave it at that. But Leon Draisaitl plays his most ice time. Yeah, sure, it's by 2 seconds a game, but man, that's a lot of ice time per game, right? Look at that, 662 divided by 71. Let's go do some more math. That's how many minutes he's played on the ice this season. 71 games. That doesn't make sense. That's his face-offs won. Ah, there we go. That's his face-offs won. Let's go 1605 divided by 71. That makes more sense. Times 82, he would have played a whole minute and a half more. Shut up, Tyson. Anyway, you know what? Another big key factor as to why Leon Draisaitl was so important to this team, and of course another reason why he was able to do so much damage this season, right? You think about some of those power play goals with Nuge and some of those goals, regular strengths with Nuge. Yeah, you're thinking kind of just off the dot on the slot kind of deal with Ryan Nugent-Hopkins' wrist shot. How many goals did he score from there on that face-off play of the Draisaitl-Hopkins line? Oh, yeah, 3 or 4 at least. Well, guess who was in the face-off dot? Yes, Mr. Leon Draisaitl was. And yes, he was winning those pucks 52.1% of the time this year. But end of the day, I can throw whatever fancy stats, any of those stats on that bar that I did. It all comes down to 110 points. And you want to get the kind of league scoring summary there. That's kind of the situation is, 1 through 3, but I'll give you 1 through 5 just to kind of make more sense. Artemi Panarin, again, same as Pasternak, 15 points behind. Nathan MacKinnon, 17 points behind in 5th at 93 points. And then it's kind of who's who of point scoring in the NHL at this point, like in the reality we find ourselves in of the past 2 years of the NHL. You could kind of say these guys have all been around or else have earned their way into the top 10. Draisaitl, McDavid, Pasternak, Panarin, MacKinnon, Marchand, Kucherov, Kane, Matthews, Eichel. Yeah, those are names you hear 10 times a night on the highlight reels, right? We're not talking about guys that had a fluke season. These are guys that go out there and produce every single night. And on top of them all, the king of the crop, king of the hill, crop, cream of the crop, Leon Draisaitl. All right, don't worry about me. I'll figure myself out at some point. I'm still getting over the fact that we could possibly have hockey training camps starting as soon as July 1st. All right, so woo, light me up. Only problem is, man, Tyson's going to be up in Cold Lake sometime in July, and that really makes things ugly. Maybe we'll have to, actually, I'll put this out right now. If there's any bar owners in Cold Lake, Alberta listening, or Bonnyville, I'll open it up to Bonnyville too. You know what, depends. I have places to stay in both towns. If there's any bar owners in Cold Lake or Bonnyville that want the Dolany TV live stream show for playoffs to come to your bar and live stream out of there, or your restaurant, heck, I'm not, liquor license doesn't matter. You got good Wi-Fi? Tyson will come and we'll do a live show and we'll raise some money for a charity like we did back in September, October for Jumpstart. You just let me know. So that's an open invitation to any restaurant owner, bar owner in Cold Lake that wants to get something going. You get in my email contact and we'll figure it out. Hit me up on Twitter, whatever you got to do. Guys, I'm Tyson. This is Dolany TV. Big day in the NHL, but she's a big old celebration for Leon Draisaitl. Let's go. Big W for him tonight. And, well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm sure more awards to come. Hopefully that Hart, I'm telling you. Plus the league's best power play. I mean, that probably helped the numbers a little bit, right? Just saying. Anyway, up on out of here. Thanks for tuning in, guys. We'll catch you later.